Hi, it's Coach Stacy, and today I'm going to talk about the concept of balance. As it relates to kickboxing techniques, I'm going to show you a few different ways that you can level up your balance and make sure that you're doing it safely. Okay, so there are going to be three things that you can work on, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use lifting or standing one leg as the primary way that we are going to adjust our balance or our stability for our kickboxing workouts, okay? So level one is gonna be your vertical, so how high off the ground you are lifting that leg, okay? So what you wanna do is start at the ground level and you wanna adjust your weight to your supporting leg. Anytime we're working on balance, you're gonna slightly bend your supporting leg knee. It adds a little bit of shock and it gives you the ability to move around a little bit more versus having a stiff knee, okay? So keep that leg bent. So level one is going to be how high my leg comes up. I'm going to start off with my foot just barely touching the ground. So this is going to take balance because I'm shifting my weight all the way to one side. As I get comfortable, I'm going to lift that leg higher and higher. And my gauge or my check for myself is, am I doing this wobble action, okay? Am I about to fall over? Because if I'm about to fall over, I risk twisting my ankle or stepping on the other foot and hurting that ankle or my knee or my foot. So you want to make sure that you have a little bit of wobble. That way, you know you're sort of adjusting and trying to stabilize your body. So I would expect you feel a little bit like you're shifting your weight, right? But you don't want extreme wobble or huge body movements. If you feel yourself doing that, I suggest you put your foot down, breathe, reset, and try again. And know that that's your maximum level, maybe even lower it, okay? But if you're doing well here, your next level is to really raise that leg as high as you possibly can. The higher you can raise that leg, the harder your balance is going to be. And also you're gonna start to see that strength is gonna come into play. So if I don't have enough strength in my leg here, I'm gonna start to lose my balance because now I'm having a hard time holding this position, okay? So if I'm comfortable here, then I'm gonna move on to level two of my balance, right? Once I've reached the max of level one, level two is gonna be how close my leg is to my body. So if my leg is here, I'm still near my center of gravity, which is right here, about 2 inches below your belly button, okay? So I'm still at my center of gravity. Now what happens if I lift my leg and I straighten it straight out to the side? I've shifted some weight, so there's now more weight away from my center and it's gonna be harder to balance, okay? That can look a few different ways. I could bend my leg, I can straighten it, it can be behind me, it could be in front of me, whatever it is, that's gonna be level two. How far away is my leg from my center of gravity? If I'm doing an exercise like a Russian deadlift, I could keep my knee bent as I'm going down, right? Or I could straighten that leg, thereby putting more weight away from my center, okay? So that's level two. And in level two, you can also play with the vertical, right? So if my leg is lower, it's easier. If my leg raises higher, I'm doubling those levels. Full level one, full level two, okay? Now, again, same rule applies. If you're having a hard time maintaining your balance safely, you need to lower the height or bring your leg in closer to your body, okay? So that you can work your balance up safely. Your balance is going to require leg strength or body strength, okay? So it can't just happen right off the bat. The third level is gonna be adding some dynamic movement. So let's say I've got level one, great, easy. Level two, pretty easy. Level three is gonna be moving that leg around a little bit. So if I'm here, let's say I'm doing my one arm punch or my jab on one leg. If my leg is here and I'm trying to do that jab and I add in some movement, that becomes far more difficult than just lifting my leg here close to my body, okay? So you can add a little bit of movement. So you've got three levels. One, vertical. Two is gonna be how close your leg is to your center of gravity or how close the mass of whatever you're balancing on is to your center. And then the last one is gonna be adding some dynamic movement, moving it around while trying to maintain balance. Great ways to practice this would be without punching. How high can I lift my leg without putting it down, and for how long? Maybe moving it away from my body for level 2. And then level 3, can I move that around and still maintain my balance? Okay, great things to practice at home.